Hey guys.
Hey, this one's from our Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for making my wife ride in the back seat because she couldn't stop distracting me?
Oh no. So, this happened over the holidays, and my wife is still upset with me over it. Our family went to visit the in laws for New Year's. It's about a 3 to 4 hour drive, mostly highway, but it takes us through two metro areas with pretty significant traffic. My wife, 37, female, gets nervous about driving in traffic, so I always drive when we visit her family. She also tends to get carsick on longer drives and needs to sit in the front seat to help ease it. She's tried taking Dramamine in the
Dramamine.
past. Dramamine. Hold on. Dramamine in the past, but she's had an allergic reaction to it, so she doesn't take it anymore. I love my wife with all my heart, but she's not good at sitting shotgun. She makes huge reactions to any change in traffic, grabbing the handle, putting her hand on the dash, gasping, telling me to watch out, etc. It's not like I'm an aggressive or risky driver. I've never gotten a speeding ticket or been in an accident. But if there's a car a half mile ahead of us that puts on their brake light, she freaks out and acts like we're all about to die. It's incredibly distracting. I've talked to her multiple times about how she reacts and how it actually makes it more difficult for me to concentrate on diet driving. But she says she can't control herself because she's nervous in traffic. On the way to her family's place, she shat
She
she
shat.
sat. Oh, she sat up front with me, and traffic was pretty bad. Lots of slowdowns due to the weather conditions, and in general, just kind of a slow going day. But I've been driving in cold weather my whole life, and I know how to control my speed and give lots of extra space to surrounding cars. I understand that you can't control everyone around you, and especially everyone around you on the road. And that accidents happen. I did not miss that sentence. But I do everything in my control to keep my car and the people inside safe. The entire drive, my wife was on the edge, making all these reactions I mentioned. It's very distracting to have someone next to you doing that sort of thing while driving. I mentioned this to my wife numerous of times on the drive, and she always deflected, blaming me for the way I was driving. When we were getting ready to head home, I told my wife she needed to sit in the back with our 14-year-old son. Was
No, sit in
oh,
the back, and our 14-year-old son
yeah, and
would
our
sit up.
14-year-old son will sit up front with me. I told her it's either that or she drives us home. Uh-oh. She got upset with me and started giving excuses about her car sickness. I told her to take some NyQuil or something else to help her sleep, but she refused and told me I'm being a jerk.
Hmm.
I told her that she can drive then, and she refused that too. Eventually, she reluctantly got in the back seat with our 11-year-old daughter. The ride home was much easier traffic wise, and my wife sat pretty much silent in the back seat the entire time, pouting. When we got home, she told me that she felt ill the entire drive, but didn't say anything because she didn't want to make a big deal out of anything. She told me I humiliated her by making her sit in the back and that I should be more considerate of her feelings. Um,
Hmm. What do you think?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm assuming the situation is,
It's been going on for a
well,
long
it's probably been
time.
going on for a while. They probably don't drive very long distances together very often, necessarily. So he kind of just puts up with it,
Hmm.
when it's shorter drives around town to go get groceries or something. But I can imagine on a 3 to 4 hour
It
drive
just
that
gets like a
it's just,
lot.
I mean, I think anyone listening who's been in a car, like maybe with your mom when you were first learning to drive, it's like the most aggravating thing in the world to have someone sitting there overreacting to
Well,
everything.
it makes you more like
Yeah, it
anxious.
makes you anxious, it makes you on edge. You
But
don't
like
even get
nothing's
to
actually
like,
wrong.
yeah, you don't get to relax. Not that you should be relaxing while driving, but um I don't think he's,
I think he probably was just getting really tired of it on the long drive.
yeah, I'm
And
assuming it
she,
was late night too when they were driving.
well, and he offered, he said, or you could drive,
Hmm.
or like go back there and take like NyQuil or something. He gave her options.
Yeah. I think,
And she's like, no, no, I'm not
yeah.
going to do that. Like, she was just kind of like,
On top of that, she won't take anything
I think she
because
just got offended. Like, got offended and was like, you
I
know.
guess she had the allergic reaction to, Dramamine in the
But
past.
there's other stuff that you can take.
Yeah, I think I understand where he's coming from. Um,
I think I think that if I don't know, if we were driving and like all of a sudden like you kind of like you've never really said very much to me about it, like maybe mentioned it before and then all of a sudden you were like I need you to sit
mm,
back there. I'd be probably a little like like, taken aback or like offended, but
yeah,
like I think after a little bit of time she'll probably realize that
there is
like
a reason.
I was being a lot,
Hmm.
and it actually I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I picked out this one, so I read some of the comments, and a lot of people were saying that actually, like really reactive people in your passenger seat can like make you more susceptible to like getting in accidents and stuff. So um, and like yeah, it just puts like the driver on edge, and it's not safe. So um, yeah, yeah. What does this say? You need to point out that of the safety of your family is more important than her feelings. Your family is safer when she's sitting in the back seat, and which is true. So, I don't think he's the asshole, but I think that
Then you need
I
to.
don't think he's the asshole. But I think if you said this to me, I would think that you were an asshole when it happened, and
Yeah,
then realize that
I
like
think they need to sit down to have a conversation.
it also
And I think
depends
it's
on
good that he gave her the ultimatum of driving herself because she can't try to pull that card.
not the ultimatum, just the option
Well,
of
the
being like,
option,
you could drive
but
so then
that's
you don't get sick and
yeah.
you're also not reacting,
Hmm.
But
But
yeah,
when it comes to a conversation later, I think that'll be a point of emphasis for him at least. Be like, I gave you the option.
yeah.
You didn't want to. So,
I guess this was on the way home so this was the second part of the long drive.
mhm.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how he told her to. Like if he said it in a like rude way or if he asked nicely, but still I think regardless, like I'd be a little like, you know,
Eh, yeah.
hurt a little bit, but like come to my senses
But I
later.
don't think he's
No, I don't think he's the asshole.
the asshole for this. I think it's time to sit down and have a merry conversation. Although you don't always want to.
Mm, yeah.
Well, let us know what you guys think down in the comments, and we'll
Or
see you guys in the next one.
yeah. Bye.
Bye.